Okay, now we're going to multiply or divide with rational expressions. And the good news is this is almost exactly like simplifying that we did yesterday. So to multiply, I'm going to factor, then reduce to common factors, which is what we did yesterday. So this one is already factored, and then here's my times. This one I need to factor, so I'm going to copy this down. T plus 2, t minus 2. These I didn't need to do anything with. Now I need to factor this top one, which I'm going to have t minus 2 and t minus 3. And then the bottom is actually already factored. I just got the square there, so it's a t plus 2 and a t plus 2. So once it's all factored, now I'm going to simplify anything on top with anything on bottom. So this one can cancel with this one, and this one can cancel with this one, just leaving me these two over here. So my final answer is t minus 3 over t plus 2. Okay, now let's do this one. So this first part's already factored. There's nothing to do there. Now this part I need to factor. This is going to factor into, I can factor out a 2. So I'm going to do that just like above it, because I've got a common factor of 2. So v squared minus 4v plus 4. Now I can factor that part, and I'm going to have v plus minus 2 and v minus 2. And on bottom, this is the difference of perfect squares, so I can go v minus 1 and v plus 1. So I did all my factoring. Now I'm going to reduce common factors. Oh, and this one will also factor into a 5 and a v plus 1. So this v plus 1 will cancel with this v plus 1. And this v minus 2 cancels with that v minus 2. And that looks like everything. So what I have left on top is 5 times 2 is 10. And then I have this v minus 2. And on bottom I have v minus 1. If I needed to get an answer that looked like my choices, I could distribute this part here. Okay, and now we're going to divide. And the nice thing about dividing is it's exactly like multiplying, except I'm going to multiply times the reciprocal of the second one. So I'm going to flip the second one over. Other than that, it's the same. So I'm going to start by factoring just like I did before. So this top one will factor difference of perfect squares. X plus 1, x minus 1, and then that's an x. Now I need to flip the second one. I'm going to flip this one. So I'm going to put x minus 1 on top and x plus 1 on bottom. And now it's a multiply problem. So I change it from divide to multiply, and I flip the second one. Now I can cancel out my factors. X plus 1 and x plus 1 will cancel, leaving me with x minus 1. There's 2 of those, so I can write it as a squared, and there's an x on bottom. Okay, here's another one. So the first one doesn't change, x minus y over 6. Flip, change it to multiply, and flip. This is 3 over. And what did we learn about if I want to swap the order of a minus? We learned this yesterday. If I want to swap the order of a minus, I just need to take and factor out a negative 1, and then I can switch the order. Now these two will cancel. So this one cancels with this one, and I have 3 on top, and I have negative 6 on bottom, which will reduce to negative 1/2. Okay, I have 2 more if you need to pause and copy these down. Okay, so here I have a greatest common factor of 3. I'm going to do it kind of on top so I can save some space. I got 3x squared minus 9. So here, this on top is going to be 3. Now I can factor this part out. That's an x minus 3 and an x plus 3. The bottom is a sum. I can't factor that one anymore because it's a sum, not a difference. Now I'm going to flip this one over because I'm going to change it from divide to multiply and flip it. X minus 3 and x plus 3. Well, it will cancel. X plus 3 will cancel with x plus 3, leaving me with 3x minus 3, x minus 3 over x squared plus 1. Okay, and our last one here. This won't factor on top, a minus b. This has a common factor of 9, so that's A plus B. Change it to multiply, flip this over, and I'm going to factor it when I flip it. So this top one goes on bottom, and it's A minus B and A plus B. And this one goes on top, A plus B and A plus B. And then I start canceling. This cancels with this. This cancels with this. This cancels with this, leaving me with just nothing on top and a 9 on bottom. And so I have that space on top, I put a 1 there, 1/9.